Welcome back inside the caravan, everyone. I am so excited to be here with Steve Stockton and Heather. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Happy full moon.
Is it?
Yeah, yes, that's why we're here. That's why we're here, sir.
My watch, my Armatron watch doesn't have the moon phases on it, so.
It's the pink moon, actually.
Super moon.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see who we've got in the chat here, though. Jose's with us. Katie A.
Hey, Jose.
This, whoever Ann and Heather are.
Yeah.
Drez
Yeah,
47. Michael Lynch.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Wonderful time for a moon dance.
Hey, Michael.
And Ann and Heather will be demonstrating the moon dance later on in the show.
Yeah. There's a meteorologist that I follow on Facebook, and he made sure that he put a post up today about the full moon, that it was a pink moon, and then a little note at the bottom that said, please note that the moon will not actually be pink unless you use a filter when taking the picture.
Yes.
And
Jose says tonight is when the super gay werewolves come out.
Hey.
Oh, boy.
Put him in timeout.
Yeah, 300 minutes.
But I'm not really part of the show. I'm just engineering it, and then the ladies invited me to come in and talk to fill time, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, glad to have everybody here with us.
Yeah.
Because you're part of our team. We love you, Steve. You do amazing work when it comes to all things Caravan, KPNL, the editing that you do, the producing. It is magical.
Well, thank you. I do enjoy doing the music shows. Got Electro Swing Set and Retro Radio on Saturday nights, and then I do the Daily Chill 5 days a week in the morning. So I enjoy my music shows too. I don't have to talk on those. I don't mind talking, but sometimes it's nice just to sit and play in the chat. I want to thank Ann for accompanying me yesterday down to the studios to go on with Clyde Lewis. Had a problem with that video when they released it at 7 o'clock last night, 7 p.m. Pacific. There wasn't any audio with it. So it did come out later, like 8:30 or 9 o'clock or something.
8:30.
With the audio restored. So I think it's still off just a little. If you look at it, it's kind of like watching a kung fu movie or something. The lips don't always match. It's a beat bum. But it was a lot of fun. I like meeting Clyde. He's one of my heroes, and we had a good time. They treated us like royalty. We were sitting in the green room there, and they've got coffee and water, and people running around all over the place doing things and getting ready for the show. It was a lot of fun. And Clyde's asked me to come back and be on Ground Zero with him, the regular radio show. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Heck yeah, man. That's
awesome.
awesome.
No, that was awesome. I loved it. It was so much fun to go on an adventure with you, to be able to meet you in person, and then to go in and see Clyde again and Ron and everyone. And we found a place that we've been wanting to go that I've never been to. It was closed at the time, but we're going to have to go back. And that was the Coffin Club.
Yeah, formerly the Lovecraft Bar. Sometime soon, as soon as things open back up, I want to do Ritual Radio live from the Coffin Club. Wouldn't have to be on a Saturday night because right now they're open Friday and Saturday nights. We're going to see if we can get in there on one of the nights they're closed, if we can just get special access and maybe do like a private KPNL event for people local to Portland or within driving distance. Or you can fly in if you want to, but that's up to you.
Yeah. Come on, Heather.
All right. I mean, I haven't been out there yet. I think it's about time.
Exactly.
But yeah, I knew we were close to it. We walked up the sidewalk. There it was. It used to be a lot more ornately decorated outside when it was a Lovecraft. And you can still see parts of that. There's a tentacle that the sign hangs off of. And there's a bicycle locking place there that looks like 3 crossed tentacles.
Nice.
But as far as I know, it's still done up inside with all the horror stuff. And they have a coffin that you can lay down in, get your picture made in, and all sorts of fun things like that.
Yeah, sounds great. Not ominous at all.
I'll have to definitely jump in there. I'll have to get pictures
Well,
taken.
Portland has
Yep.
history, like the Shanghai tunnels. So maybe when you go in the coffin, the bottom drops out, and you end up in the
Hey,
basement
maybe.
with in the dark
Mhm.
with your shoes off and broken glass in the sand down there. So
Okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
just put a mic on me and a cam. Okay, so then
Okay.
it'll make for a great episode.
it
It'll be a
would make for
GoPro.
a
We'll
good
put a
video.
GoPro on
Yep,
you.
That's right.
absolutely.
I think you left out the most important part about yesterday is that Lady Anne was your bodyguard.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
I introduced her as my driver and bodyguard, but unfortunately they already knew her. But they let us in anyway, so it worked out okay.
oh my gosh,
Ah.
that was great.
Oh man. So we're gonna be doing this before every episode, correct? This is not just a one-time thing that we're doing right now. I think we should
We'll have to
let everybody
negotiate
know.
that.
No? Oh, negotiate.
No,
Yeah,
I think
no,
this is fun, and you go on, you talk about it, and then premiere the episode. So I think it's fun. I'll be glad to help out next time. But go ahead and tell us what we're going to be listening to. I mean, it kind of says in the description there and the title, but
yeah, no.
not everybody at
I
once.
think
Now, hold on.
the what?
Now, go ahead. I thought you would both jump in, and then
Um,
it went quiet for a minute. And I was just like, somebody
oh.
talk. So tell us about
Yeah, no.
Nicholas and PARAFlixx and the other thing, the Paranormal School of Hard Knocks or whatever. What's it? What is it?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, no.
That's what it
So
is.
right there, you've got it. You nailed it. No, so Nicholas, I met through Father Sebastian, and he owns both Nicholas ParaFlixx, which is a streaming network similar to Netflix, but it's all paranormal. And then he also owns the Nick Haunted Diary, and it's a haunted diary paranormal school. So there is all kinds of teachers that are there. I actually took a 6-week course from the Voodoo Doll, which we have interviewed her, and that's going to be an upcoming episode. And it was a 6-week course on Solomon's Demons, which was amazing.
What?
Yep.
But
Yep, I've been learning about
the
demons.
expensive course, though, is the one that teaches you how to get rid of them once you let them out.
That's how they hook you.
Yeah.
No, they're not as scary as you think. I mean, if you've got that black flame, then it's all good.
I'll take your word
But
for it.
yeah, uh-huh. And then you've got Father Sebastian. He teaches over there. Patty Negri. She also does some classes. Gosh, and topics range from meditation to astrology to the demon courses and hauntings. It's such a wonderful website, and it's a wonderful school that he's put together. So yeah, so we end up talking about that and ParaFlixx and everything.
Well,
So
tell us more about ParaFlixx. It's a streaming service. Connie Koenig was on my show a while back, and she talked about it, and she seemed to be really impressed with it. I haven't seen it or signed up yet, but it sounds great. It's like Netflix or Hulu, but for just paranormal shows, and then they've got, from what I understand, their own specialty programming stuff that you can only see on there.
yeah. So one of my favorite shows, it was a movie. It was called Portraits, and it was about vampires. And and then there's like TV shows that they do where I think it's called Down the Rabbit Hole, and it's with Patty Negri. And she, in one of the episodes, she did a seance. And yeah, so I mean, there's movies, there's TV shows, there's like investigations that people go on that is filmed, and they are releasing new stuff every day.
And I think you have a link where people can sign up, right? If you want to pop that in the chat.
I do.
If
So
you don't have it
anybody is
handy,
interested
you can drop it in while we're listening to the episode.
Yeah, no, that's what I'll do. I'll do it when after the episode airs or when it's playing. But you can use the code ANN ANN01, and again, I'll put that in the chat as well for a discount.
All right. How much of a discount?
10%.
All right, that's awesome. I want to sign up for it. I've got like Discovery Plus, which I enjoy. They have a lot of paranormal stuff
Mm-hmm.
on there. And as far as horror films, I've got Shudder. I like that one a lot. But this, like I said, it's stuff that you don't see anywhere else. I've looked around on there a little bit. It
Mm-hmm.
looked like they had some of the like the exploitation documentaries from the '70s. Some of those like the Legend of Boggy Creek and some of those, that were coming soon to a drive-in theater near you. That's probably before all your times, but they used to advertise those on TV in the afternoons. Really sell it hard, about the Bigfoot and the
Right.
monster films. And one time, a friend and I went to one of those, and we snuck in a tape recorder. Now, this was an actual reel-to-reel tape recorder, a little one. And it was like on the trail of Bigfoot or something like that. And it purported to have real Bigfoot calls on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the whole reason we wanted to record this. We wanted to try to lure Bigfoot. And we were like 10, 12 years old at the time. And so we got a recording. I had a little, like a guitar amp that was battery operated. So we took it out in the woods, plugged the tape recorder into the amp, and started playing it. Well, what we didn't realize, where we couldn't see, like across the road, behind some brush in a field, there was like 6 or 8 hippies out there playing volleyball. So we cranked this thing up to the max, and it's like screaming and screeching. And then we hear like, what the hell's that? And they're like, they come in there sticking their heads out of the bushes and looking up and down the road. And of course, we're sitting back now, like biting our hands and trying not to laugh. But somewhere in East Tennessee, there's about a half dozen or so people that probably think they heard Bigfoot scream back in the 70s. Actually, they did, but it was a recording of a Bigfoot done by 2 well-meaning youths.
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to take the kids out and because they had watched a lot of Finding Bigfoot, and of course they know the howl that Bobo makes, and they love to do that in town. But the minute we got them out in the woods and we decided to try it, they freaked out. I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't want.
Aw.
They don't have a problem around crowded areas, but when there's a possibility that you might lure in Bigfoot, then it's a problem.
Well,
yeah.
the thing I've always wondered, if that's a mating call, what happens if you get a Bigfoot that wants to take you up on it, comes charging out of the woods in an amorous mood? Then what are you going to do?
You know,
Oh man.
hadn't thought of that.
Got to think ahead. I was only kidding. Stop. Get that away from me.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Ah.
And that's where we turned this. This is where this got to.
And on that note,
Right. Oh, thank you all for being here.
well, we didn't
Yep.
lose any. I mean, I think I made a valid point there. What would you do if you did a Bigfoot mating call and one liked the sound of it? Katie says she would run. That would be good advice, I think. There's books like that on Amazon. Bigfoot erotica.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Whenever
God.
I was
No.
Taken by the Bigfoot.
listen, I ran into books, the cryptid erotica, whenever I was looking up Rougarou stuff. If you go to Amazon and you try to find a book on the Rougarou, you're gonna find nothing but cryptid erotica. There's an entire series.
What did
about
the Rougarou do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jose, that was exactly what I was thinking. I'm not going to read that, but if you're here
Yeah.
and listening in and seeing the chat, that's Jose is reading my mind right there. That was the image that I had.
Oh,
what
boy.
would you do? Take one for the team, or
Oh my
or-
god.
No.
No.
You just run. Just keep on
Like,
going.
I'm going to let him get me, but take pictures.
Oh no. Oh
All
my
right,
goodness.
we've things have taken a downward turn here on the
There you
Caravan.
go. We lost a
You know,
viewer.
it
I see.
Yep, yep. Down to 7.
never fails when I'm on an episode. It kind of goes south, so maybe maybe you guys need to turn down my microphone and just not tell me.
Well, I think that maybe people are ready for the episode.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe just a smidge.
Okay. Well, again, thanks for inviting me to join you and letting me engineer your episode. Hope I didn't ruin it too bad. Did provide some comic relief, so.
We loved it. Thank you so much for being
You're
here.
quite welcome. Thanks again yesterday for being my chauffeur and bodyguard. And you did great driving. You didn't scare me once. I was surprised. So.
Yes. And that's recorded live right here.
I was trying to get her to take some chances a couple of times. I'm like, just close your eyes and punch it. We'll make it. They've got brakes. They'll see you coming. Yeah,
That is not how that works.
Yeah, there was a place there where there was no light, and we had to cross, like, I don't know if you know about Grand Avenue here in Portland, but it's like 4 lanes each direction and a lot of traffic. But she was smart and just waiting for the light rather than take my daring dude directions to YOLO and punch the accelerator.
Yes, thank you for that, Ann. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. We don't want to.
They've got brakes. You've got airbags. It'll all work out. But we had a good time, and we're planning some other outings for KPNL, so watch for that in the future. Okay, well, do you all have anything else to say before we fire off the episode here?
Well, the only thing I'd say is that the next live episode like this will be the next full moon, which is May 26th, and that's called the Flower Moon.
No, flower like FLOUR or?
No, yep. A
flower
it's the time
moon.
where you go and bake a bunch of stuff.
Not to be confused with the cornmeal moon. That's later on in the fall. Baking powder moon.
We need to like get little flower crowns and put on some credence in the background and sway while we're flower.
Yeah,
flower?
Without any
and I noticed
video.
you're putting the discount code in there, but you're not putting the URL. Is it?
No, I put the URL in there.
Did you? I didn't see it.
I put it in earlier and the code.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the URL.
And it's fine. It's cool.
It says on my phone that it's there.
It's there with mine too, so just scroll back.
I'm not seeing it.
Well, I mean, the link.
Well, the problem is, since you're not a mod, it won't let you put a link in there.
What the heck?
So probably the best thing to do at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add Ann as a moderator and Heather as a moderator.
Yeah.
And we love Jose, so we'll let Jose be a moderator too. Jose, you're a moderator with great responsibility for you there. Now try putting the link in. I'm surprised. It should have popped up and showed me and gave me the opportunity to okay it. But
there, did that go through? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's working now.
Woo!
Okay. Yeah. Usually, if you do that, it'll put it up there and give me the chance to moderate it. But I didn't see it, so. But it's working now. Got the Blue Wrench gang there. Use those wisely.
I love it.
Crack skulls if you need to in future episodes. Okay.
300 minutes of silence, guys. We can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be silent because I'm going to mute your microphones. We'll probably pop back in at the end and say something. I think this episode's, about 40 minutes long?
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah,
Crickets. I can play crickets.
Something
I've got
like
cricket
that.
noises.
Something like that.
Do you want me to play cricket noises?
There.
Listen, just hang on till the end and we'll be here.
Yeah, I'll watch the clock and I'll let y'all know. All right, folks, enjoy episode. Is this a number or just the date? This Caravan April 26th full moon episode with Nicholas Bonanni. Is that how you say that, Bonani?
Yes. And PARAFlixx.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now he's the same thing, right? He has PARAFlixx and the Paranormal School.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's
That's
just
right.
Nicholas. Okay, I was confused there momentarily. Not a unusual thing, So okay, here we go. Thanks again, everybody.
Come, walk down the winding path. Don't mind the spooks and monsters. They stay hidden within the trees. There are mysteries in this world that you need to know, and paranormal truths that need to be told. Come, step up into the caravan, where we share tales of old as well as new accounts about things you thought only existed in your nightmares. Nicholas Bonanni is an international ghost hunter. He is best known for his Instagram account, Nick Haunted Diary, where he shares details of his encounters with the paranormal on a daily basis. His Instagram account counts over 15,000 follows and over 150,000 clicks every week. He was first introduced to the paranormal at a young age and documented his experience on a journal, which has since disappeared. He started ghost hunting as a teenager in Italy and decided to share his encounters online. After a quick hiatus between 2017 and 2019, Nick has come back to the hunt. In 2019, he moved to Jersey, UK, an island full of haunted places, where he revived his interest in the paranormal. Nick started a new Instagram account called Haunted Adventures TV, which later became Nick Haunted Diary. Since then, his channel has rapidly attracted more and more following, and Nick is now an appreciated and recognized member of the paranormal community. He has participated in social media lives and podcasts with the likes of Patty Negri, Father Sebastian, Richard Leah Lillard, Stacey Gates, Jeff Bellinger, Bloody Mary, and many others. His following keeps growing, and Nick is now co-host on the Haunted Psychomantium Omnipresent, alongside Natalie Jones and Richard Leah Lillard, a 6-part series with an inside look and a tour of some of the most haunted locations and their haunted items and antique collections. Nick is also the founder of the Haunted Diary Paranormal School. Nicholas is co-creator and COO of PARAFlixx Incorporated, a streaming network platform for all series, documentaries, film and independent creators of the paranormal, supernatural, cryptid, UFO and ET, thriller, horror, and similar genre. You're the owner, right? The Haunted Paranormal School.
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, correct.
And he has got amazing presenters that do classes. I had the honor of going to the Knights Templar that was hosted by Father Sebastian. Tell us more about it.
So the Haunted Diary Paranormal School starts with. So you need to know that until 1 year ago, I didn't even have Instagram. Okay, I just started Instagram. I posted a couple of videos, and I started to get followers. After that, I started to do IGTV, like lives with people, and I started to speak with Patty a lot of times. And Patty introduced me to Father Sebastian and Richard Liard, both of them as well from Ghost Adventures. And I've seen Patty, she was doing like classes online, and at the time, unfortunately, I didn't even have the like financial chance to afford neither the classes, so I just wanted to start a school on my own. At the beginning, due Halloween, they were all busy, so I just had Richard Lell helping me. Richard L. He has been in the episode on Ghost Adventures Pasadena Ritual House. He's a Satanist, so he was. A lot of people were very attracted from his way of being because he's a Satanist by philosophy, which is completely different. After that, Patty arrived. Then we started to have Father Sebastian, and we started having a good audience. After that, still I had Bishop Long. Okay, I have the chance to work with Pasha, which is not famous, but I think she has an amazing knowledge. She knows about shaman healing. She works with dragon magic, the Goddess Council. Kaya, which is a black witch. Okay, in the school there is a part dedicated to the black witches. That part is not official in a sense that you cannot book it through Eventbrite. You can only book it through me. Okay, it's just like a private clan in the school. And now, for example, this week, obviously the week that we're recording, we have Darren Evans, which is doing a presentation. You know, he's the most known expert on Zozo. He's been on Ghost Adventures too. He's doing a presentation on my school this week, for example, as we launch PARAFlixx, which is the new streaming app. It's like, I don't say Discovery Plus because I think we are far from them. But at the same time, it's an app dedicated to all paranormal enthusiasts. There are very, very good productions, such as Hollywood productions. My favorite movie, obviously I can say it finally, it's Portraits. It's a movie about vampires. I absolutely love it. It talks about this girl that actually she's not a vampire, but she gets, you can say, involved between this community. And you need to see it, honestly. It's very, very nice. And as we launch PARAFlixx, as mentioned, I have Darren Evans, Father Sebastian, and Patty. For the first time, I have them in one event together. They are doing a ritual.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the very first time. I'm so honored they decided to do it there. And obviously in the afternoon we have Bishop Long. I asked Bishop Long to come and do a presentation about the demonic cases that occurred from the Ouija board.
Yes.
And my special guest as producer is going to be Fox Thomas. Fox Thomas. Now this name won't tell you a lot, but when PARAFlixx comes out, I think many people will ask about who is Fox Thomas. Fox Thomas, he has a documentary which is PARAFlixx exclusive. Not any other platform has it. It's his story, okay, about he lost the family, okay. He lost some dear ones, and he goes back and tries to challenge Zozo in the Ouija board. I think it's a very nice documentary, and he will be special guest over there.
Wow. That's Heather, cool. You should really look into that. Heather is really, really into Ouija boards. Gosh, when I got to travel over there to Ohio, we had a night where we ended up, I think we used almost every one of them, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have a little collection of different Ouija boards, so.
I do have one. I have when I started to work, I had this sponsor on Instagram. She does obviously I don't work as of now. I don't work with her anymore, but I think she's wonderful. She does personalized ones, and she starts from zero. Okay, she takes the wood and then she makes a Ouija board like you want it with the features you want. I love it. Honestly, I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's that one. I started to do IGTV with these boards, and after that I decided to do the school. But the Ouija boards, it's controversial. What I think it's a Victorian way of using how you call it, the spirit box. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if you're familiar of how it started, the Ouija board, the first Ouija board. So at the same time, there are people which experience very bad things. Okay, like Thomas and Bishop Longi will tell you because he's an exorcist. So obviously, I think listening a presentation from an exorcist. At least once in the life, it's something that you need to do. He is able to catch you 2 hours, 3 hours, and stay there. He did huge events, not only with me. I'm not talking only about me. He did huge events, and I remember there was an event which people told me he was doing a presentation about these things, and they had to open another room because too many people wanted to listen to him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that guy is amazing. And Darren Evans, I think you know him from Ghost Adventures. He did the episode obviously about Zozo, and he will tell you things about the board, a presentation about the board, which is unique. I don't think any other has it. So I'm looking forward to learn more about boards. I did a Ouija board lesson with Richard Lell recently last month. So
Oh, okay. And when is the one with learning about Zozo? How soon? How many days?
no, Zozo. So on Saturday we're gonna do it specifically about Zozo, the Zozo case he had, because he's called what is a Zozo survivor. Okay, that one is Saturday afternoon, and Bishop Long is doing a separate presentation about the general demonic cases on Ouija boards and debug boxes on Sunday for PARAFlixx launch.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Now,
We're
Yeah.
gonna have to check that out.
are these going to be then recorded so they can be watched later, just
Yeah,
on
for 3
demand?
months.
Okay,
Yeah, you have
awesome.
like 3 months to watch it, so I'm sure that people will. I think they will have plenty of time to watch it, and they are already busy. I think these guys are working so well, and I hope that they are coming. They will be soon on PARAFlixx. I know that both of them, Bishop Long and Darren, will be there. Bishop Long, it's official. Darren, we spoke about it. Okay, I really want a documentary separately from the school about Zozo. He has too much stuff. I don't think in a presentation only can present it. He will need
Right.
a lot of hours. But I think the main part will be done obviously in the school privately. But there will be a good part as well on PARAFlixx, I'm sure.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out for sure.
And even on PARAFlixx, that's the documentary, the Zozo project. I already watched it because I have PARAFlixx already. I'm not saying it because it's mine. I have to be honest. I am very impressed from what Thomas did. He did. As of now, is my favorite documentary. Okay, there are. That one is very nice because it can touch you. It's gonna be controversial for many people that don't believe in these things. Okay, which there are. Huh? It's not. I don't say everyone needs to believe. But at the same time, I think it deserves a chance to be watched. And plus, there will be 3 days free trial, so you can watch it for free.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Now, before all of this, what is your story in regards to what sparked your interest into the paranormal world?
Okay, so this one as well has been a case. Okay, I had this idea since I was 13 years. I was watching Ghost Adventures, and I always wanted to work with these people that I work today, always. But I failed at the beginning. So just nobody was listening to me. I had basically no subscribers, nothing at all. So I just gave up. I was in school, and I started to work in tourism. I had a big. I became a manager at the age of 19 years, I think, 19. And duty manager. So, for example, 2 weeks ago, I was managing an entire 5-star luxury hotel, in 22. So, I didn't know if I wanted to do again this paranormal, risk everything for, because it's expensive to work in the paranormal at the same time. I didn't know if I had the chance. So I was like, let's try it. I came to Germany. I was in the Maldives. Okay, I was living in Maldives, in the other part of the world. There we didn't have internet. The small islands, which are like paradise. It's the paradise for many people, but it's like a third world. So we didn't have neither internet to watch stuff. It was awful on certain things. At the same time, I received a permanent contract from the hotel where I work today, which I will finish next week, luckily. where they were asking me to come in Jersey. Okay, I was in an off day and I went to the war tunnels. Okay, I didn't know that Jersey was so haunted, and in the war tunnels, I was alone. Literally, I was alone on that day. But I saw this lady with the very old clothes. Okay, walking to the corridor. And you can see, I take this video, and you see me walking to the corridor. Then I get in a room, and this girl asked me to turn off the phone. The problem is that there was nobody in front of me, and you can hear the voice clearly. This video went like viral on Instagram. I've been asked to work. I was in a newspaper as well here in Jersey, so it's a small island. The voice runs quickly, and it was just a case. Okay, I just took a video, and it all came at once. The school had success in a week. Okay, I remember I woke up, I had like 150 bookings the day after. I had only 5, and these people became more big regulars, and can confirm. I think the school is very informative. It's nice. There are so many subjects that you can study. Okay, there are it's a community in the community. Okay. So it's interesting. I love this job. I don't consider it as a job. I'll just say I am in the paranormal and I charge because I need to pay the bills, but otherwise
Right, you need to eat.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to ask, when you were growing up, are there any paranormal stories from where you live that had kind of sparked your imagination when you were younger?
So when I was living before, there was this. I was not a believer. Okay, you need to understand that I grew up in a Christian family, which always told me don't disturb any spirit. Okay, and so I didn't. But I was frequenting like a group of friends, which had a big passion for this paranormal, and they just took me into an house, and in this house there was poltergeist. Okay, this poltergeist has been a spirit attachment for a long time. This spirit attachment is, I don't say things unless they are proved. There are so many videos where you can see a big shadow following me. There is I have plenty of videos on Instagram. Yeah, he threatened me to take me through the throat. He throws me things. You can see everything on the videos. Whatever I say, it's always proved. Otherwise, I don't say.
Right.
Even my actual girlfriend, which is a non-believer, was a non-believer. Since she lives with me, she really believes in this stuff. It's impossible because you can see these shadows, you can see things flying. I remember before as well, the water, the kettle switching on and on, and there is no energy. The socket was off. So there are these small things that happen every day. So we can say it's not the paranormal. I didn't look for paranormal, but I always say it came through me. Okay. And today I had the chance. PARAFlixx comes out from, I remember I was on Facebook. Okay. I was just bored. One set I was bored. I switched on Facebook. There was a post saying that there is no space for new talents in the paranormal. Okay, so there are just these teams. They only go through Travel Channel, Discovery Plus, and I was like, no, it's not true. So I decided to do this investment in PARAFlixx, and PARAFlixx will have plenty of hours of paranormal, and I can tell you there are teams which are going to be taken for me in the future by bigger ones. Okay, very bigger ones. I can give you a couple of names. True North Paranormal, that guy, he has a lot of talent. And the second ones are the Twisted Realm. These two teams, if they get the space they need, I think they can grow up in a very high way, high level.
That's awesome. So you're really creating quite a network for people with this.
Yeah, me, Patti Negri, that you know her from Ghost Adventures. Me and Patti and Sebastian, I consider them my mentors, even if I never told it clearly to Patti. And and Natalie Jones. Natalie Jones is the owner of the Texas Paracon, which is going to be a huge event happening on August. I think there will be thousands of people over there. There will be so many popular people like Nick Groff, Patty, Sebastian, Richard Lell, Bloody Mary. I worked with Bloody Mary in the past as well. And then, well, there are so many names. I don't remember.
That is wonderful. I love to be able to see this. It is inspiring, and I love when the community can come together and offer something like this. You know, I didn't know. I mean, I don't know if there have really been any Zoom classes before the pandemic on paranormal. Has there?
I think there were always at the same time. During the lockdowns, I had a huge audience. I think the people that I have to be honest. I don't know if it's a good thing to say or bad, but the COVID really helped me. If if there wasn't a worldwide pandemic, I wouldn't have had all this success that I had.
Yes.
People were at home, and we can say instead of complaining, I think me and the teachers, we just took the chance to entertain these people, because a lot of people, I think the demand is different. Okay, there were people which could go still for tours, so there were the online tours. Today we still have classes are less busy. I have to be honest, it's half of the audience, even if they're busy. Before we used to have even 60 people in a class. Today we're about 30, 40, which is still very busy. I have to be honest. The others, I see many schools struggling to get even 7 or 8. But at the same time, I run 5 events a week compared to the one of before. We can say the demand has changed. Now there is a huge demand on streaming platforms. Okay, because I think people don't have time anymore to stay at home. They cannot watch live TV, so they just like to download it.
Right. Yeah, no, it's been, I mean, I want to say it carefully, but I've been very grateful. The experience that I've had since the lockdowns, being able to attend all of Sebastian's classes that he's had. I started going in October. And now to come across your classes and to be able to actually see that Patty puts on classes and Richard Layell, which I am really excited to attend some of theirs. I haven't yet. The first one that I attended was the Knights Templar with you guys. And so, now you sent a link or an email afterwards. That's the recording of the class?
Correct. Yeah, that one, all participants receive always a recording, and they can watch it for 3 months. I think I have people from all over the world. The recording, it's a free service I give for the people attending. I don't charge separately. I have people that we can say are not so familiar with the English language, and they need 3-4 times to understand everything. So that's why it's all recorded.
Right.
And plus, you can forget things. You know,
Oh, yes.
I have so many people that do all the events every week. All the 5, they do all the 5. And with so much stuff, you know, you can lose things. So they can go back and look what we do. And for example, you did you did a small ritual at the end of the class. Okay. But the big ritual is going to be on Sunday. So it's like people can go back and see if they are familiar with it, if they're willing to as well attend another, because sometimes they just don't like it. It's difficult, but at the same time can happen. It's not for everyone, the paranormal. That's how I see. Everyone can choose his path. Black magic, white magic, vampires, you know. But yes, that one is the link so that you can, if you want to rewatch it again, you can.
No, see, that's wonderful. I loved that because just like you said, I'm somebody that really loves to take notes when I'm in class, and sometimes things can go really fast. So when I saw the email afterwards, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually go back and pick up where I left off and make sure I didn't miss anything. And it was wonderful. So I love that you add that on to when we get to go to classes.
Oh yeah, plus, you know, there are so many people that cannot come at the last moment. I had one person, unfortunately, very bad emergency at the last second. One person had a birthday which forgot, so they can watch it
right.
maybe the day after. So like you
Yes.
said, it's very helpful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So-
1 second, I gotta grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay. So while she's gone, I have a question for you. Of all the places that you've gone ghost hunting, what has been the best experience for you?
So the hotel where I work, obviously I cannot say the name on a podcast. It has quite a few activity. I remember this big shadow has been described by clients. This big shadow and a kid is a small. I think it's a child, a girl. And I have a video where I registered a conversation between them because I recorded this big shadow. Okay, he didn't like it. He threatened me about even him to take me from the throat. And there is this kid telling him something, and he answers like very angry. So that one was like a very particular thing because it was an intelligent answer, and I have all recorded.
Yeah.
And after that, obviously, I went back there, and you can see I take a camera. I think the ghost was so surprised to see a camera, being an old soldier, and you can see this big orb staying in front of the camera, looking inside the camera, and then leaving. But it's clear. I mean,
What?
it had 20,000 people watched it, and everyone that watched it can told me that one is not an insect because you can see through the ghost.
Wow.
To the spirit. Let's call it spirit, not ghost. And that one has been the best evidence taken in a camera for me. It's impossible to don't see it. It's so clear.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Now, what about do you have a time where you were the most afraid during a paranormal experience?
Well, the witching hour, no, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's where we record everything. If I need to do an investigation, I only start at 3 a.m. Otherwise, I don't start it.
Right, of course.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about waiting and starting an investigation at that particular time.
Well, it's called the witching hour. I don't say that everyone needs to believe. Okay, there are people that don't believe in a transaction process. Okay, which is usually 40 days between a spirit that pass. I have to be honest. I lost a dear friend due COVID like a month ago. Okay, something like that. And after 40 days, I think I can contact him back. So let's see what we can do. So, but I will tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always wondered about the transition because I've heard the 40 days, and then I've also heard a year and a day.
Well, I just know about the transition. I don't know about here. They never mentioned it to me clearly, but they always told me, as I do a lot of, so for example, my school has a lot of seances. The only issue, you never see it online because they are sold out after 5 minutes and 1 month in advance. And usually we say to people, if you lost a person this week, you cannot contact that person now. They always told me 40 days you need to give. I have one person, for example, lost a cat. Okay. Many people will laugh at that, but at the same time, there are people that want to contact animal spirit.
Right.
I think they are very particular. And I think as well they have the same transition period of few months.
I never thought about that, Heather.
Yeah.
About contacting animals. Whenever
No.
it came to a seance or the Ouija board or anything, that never once crossed my mind.
Yeah, it came through me in the mind because I had a person asking me to do a familiars class. Okay, we did a familiars class, which was very nice, from Patty. There were like 50 people. It was sold out after 1 hour. It was something crazy, And the week after, we did a science class organized, and that one was full as well. And then we organized this science where people were actually asking about animals, and Patty was giving. Obviously, I don't know about the medium part. Okay, that one's something that they know only, but mediums know things that I don't know. They get to know that. I don't know how animal spirits can speak, but at the same time they do. And whatever whatever she got, the people there confirms and didn't even know about she could know about these things.
Wow, that's really beautiful. That
Yeah.
really adds a whole new layer to things. And I'm new to the whole ghost hunting world, if you will. I went with Heather when I went to Ohio last November, and she actually took me on my very first ghost hunt at the infirmary, which it was really interesting because part of me, even though I've been interested in the paranormal since I was a child, and I'm actually writing a book right now about all the paranormal experiences that I've had from the time I was little until today. And so I know this stuff is real. I know that it's out there. I've experienced it, but for some reason, I kind of just had this feeling that it's a rare thing, and I didn't really believe that I was going to personally have any experiences when I went into this building. And I ended up walking off alone. And which, I mean, I told you all I was going to. And I ended up, I was in the basement and nothing had happened. Everything was fine. When all of a sudden at the very end, right when I was gonna go back up the stairs, I legitimately felt a hand on the back of my head in my hair. And I mean, that sent me running all the way back up to them, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. So
Well, you don't know when things happen. That's the good part of the paranormal, in a sense that they just happen, no?
Yeah.
And it's always different too. There's always different things that end up happening every time you go out, it seems.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, there's no two experiences that are the same. You can go to the same building and not have the same experience, or use, the Ouija board, use the same Ouija board and never have the same experience. It's
Oh, no,
amazing.
definitely. Yeah, for example, the poltergeist activity I got the poltergeist activity, but the time after I didn't get anything. Nothing. Zero.
Right. Right. Now, if out of everything in the supernatural world, is there anything in particular that you hope to encounter one day that you haven't?
You will feel weird when I say, you will see on PARAFlixx, I have like 10 documentaries as of now about aliens. I just want to find out more about ufology and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have this guy, John Venture. He worked on history, discovery. He worked on all these popular things. He's a very experienced and respected guy. I watched all his documentaries on PARAFlixx already, and I think he's so cool. He's very knowledgeable, and I have to be honest. I think ufology can get me more than paranormal in the future.
Right. Yeah, it's ufology, aliens are such, I mean, boy, everything has its own world. You've got the Sasquatch community and world, you've got the UFO community, you've got your ghost community, and then so many other things. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, it's there's so much stuff, and I don't think there is enough time to study everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. No, that's so true. It's so true. There's so many things that I'm passionate about within the supernatural world, and I will definitely never be able to learn it all. Not in this lifetime.
No, but I have to be honest. What I like on PARAFlixx, it's there is a part dedicated, like our school how it is, and imagine to see these lessons pre-recorded. Okay,
Yes.
Not everything. So the lessons that you see are exclusive for the Haunted Diary, but there are other lessons like ufology, which are only for PARAFlixx. So I have to be. I am the co-owner of it, but at the same time, I am a big fan of this platform. I met John in a meeting, on a producer meeting, And I think all these people have so much knowledge, and I hope I'm so happy to work with all of them. Honestly, you will see. Well, you will see it on Sunday officially, but can be that it's out before. I will update you privately.
No, that's wonderful. And I'm so excited. I appreciate being able to learn more about you and about what you're doing. And I'm excited to go into the classes and check out PARAFlixx myself and share it with everybody that I know within our little world that we have here at the Caravan and through KPNL. And yeah, because what you're doing is fantastic.
Yeah, even music. In PARAFlixx there will be music. Obviously, you will see things always related like to dark. You will see Jada, for example. Jada, she has this video of a song that she wrote called Bell Liar, and you will see associated to the paranormal somehow. You will. It's so nice. I think paranormal can be in the music as well. So having music in PARAFlixx is something that nobody has seen before, and you will see this singer, which is quite good. I really love what she does. I'm impressed by what she's doing, and even this True North Paranormal, which have so much talent in the ghost hunting stuff, so much. They have a lot of talent as well on music.
That is wonderful. I love it. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much. It's getting to be about 11 o'clock, so I'm going to have to go pick up the kids, but I thank you so much for being here. This was amazing. I can't wait to take more of the classes.
Thanks, Lydian.
Yes,
right.
Of course. Well, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you
excited.
for your time.
Thank you.
And before you go, you should tell our listeners where they can find you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can find me at haunteddiaryevents.com. That is my main website to find about all the classes that we do, and to join Haunted Diary Paranormal School on Facebook. That is my private community, and Nick Haunted Diary on Instagram, Twitter, and mostly PARAFlixx. But PARAFlixx you can find it in all the app stores.
Circles round my head, leaves go up in flames of red, in flames of red. Worry ties me to the ground, feathers fall without a sound, without a sound. Burn on, dear flame, burn on, there's a light in the fire. Burn on, dear flame, burn on. The black heart calls to your deepest desire. Dead, old, rotten idea. You grow heavy, then you fall, so heavy, then you fall to the ground. I lay in a pile of my broken plans. They turn red and then they fall, so red and then they fall to the ground. I'm making wings black as night. I wait until the time is right. Burn on, dear flame, burn on. There's a light in the fire. Burn on, dear flame, burn on. The black heart calls to your deepest desire. In my dreams I am flying high, high
And we're back. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. Well, ladies, what do you think?
Thank you, Jose. I'm glad that you thought it
Yes.
was a great episode.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
glad for everybody
Everybody
that
in
took the
the
time to
chat.
listen and have been interacting
Yes.
in the chat. That's been great.
And people that will listen in the future. Hello, people in the future. This is the way it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
back in the day,
Tell us if you have
back
more.
in 2021 when we had
2021, the night of the pink moon. This is the way it was.
Yeah.
Indeed. And we were talking off the air here. I think they're going to start doing this for every episode. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
Where
each
you
full moon episode.
Go
they will
on and
come
talk,
on
and then play
live.
the episode, and
Yep.
then talk a little bit afterwards. Do a little wrap up and a little song and dance and a little soft shoe.
Yeah. And
Yep.
we'll try to make sure that the conversations are always as colorful and riveting as the one preceding this episode.
That's the one that almost happened tonight.
Yeah.
I hear crickets.
Yeah. Well, it is a full moon. Come
Oh,
on.
So what's that got to do with
Yeah.
anything?
is the creaking noise is
Cricket.
The creaking,
Oh,
the
the
creaking
cricket.
noise is the full moon.
See, you said a
Well, all of
cricket.
it works.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's what Ann says sometimes. I'm like, come on, the show's about to start. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
No. I do not. I love you all.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. We want your suggestions and your comments. What would you like to see on the Caravan? What would you like to see covered? Who would you like to hear interviewed?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And preview for next episode, we have lined up what, Lady M?
Oh boy. Do I want to tell everybody? Are there still people in the chat? Do you want to know what is coming?
I mean,
Going
Y'all can't hear it, but there was crickets in the background. I was playing crickets to that song.
I believe, drum roll please, the next episode that we have, we are going to feature Patty Negri, psychic from Ghost Adventures.
That'll be exciting. Now, will she be taking calls? Is it that kind of thing when you're going to record it, or is she just talking about her experiences and things?
Yeah, just talking about experiences and different things that adventures, that she's been on and her history. So, yeah.
What about psychic Chris Garcia? When's he going to be on?
We don't know how to take live calls, producer.
I've got that covered. That's no problem. Anytime you want to take live calls, you let me know. And for cross my palm with 30 pieces of silver, and I can make it happen.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Could you imagine live unscreened calls?
Actually,
that sounds nerve-wracking to me.
I've got a 30-second delay on this stream, so we could dump anybody that gets out of hand.
See?
Is that a challenge for someone?
That is a challenge. No, 30. A lot of times, like with radio call-in shows, if they've just got like a 5 or 10-second dump button, I put 30 on mine, so I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah.
Right. I think that'd be cool. We could do readings together.
Nah.
You have cards. I've got cards and runes and different things just to experiment and see.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to do something like that on Patreon.
There's all kinds of decks here. We've got tarot decks and oracle decks and runes and...
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
There's
be
different types of
careful you
runes,
don't
too.
get those mixed up. I couldn't find my playing cards one night, so I played poker with tarot cards. I got a full house, and the next day 3 people died.
Oh, man.
What would you do
Yeah.
without me, though? Right.
I
Yes. So very true.
Oh my
Comedy
goodness.
Stylings of Steve Stockton. I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
Oh man. Well, this has been fantastic. I love it.
It was a lot of
And don't
fun.
Yes. Yes, and don't forget to check out PARAFlixx, and the code for 10% off is ANN01. Definitely.
The link is in the chat.
Yes, it is.
And also Haunted Diary there, and then Anne put some other interesting links in there, like for some of the classes there. So check that out if you have an interest in that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, please do.
so what else do either of you together or individually have something else coming up before the next episode? What are you into, Heather? I know you've got something going. Hang on, let me play the crickets.
Yeah, hey now. Well, if you want to hop over to the Small Town Monsters YouTube channel, you can catch me on Paranormal Unexplained. The new episode comes out tomorrow. I'm in the last few. If you want to join the Small Town Monsters squad, you can catch me as the host of On the Trail of Hauntings. The Weird Writer blog, there was a part 1 of a blog entry on death omens that came out not too long ago for Into the Fray Radio. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. That and grading a lot of papers because we're nearing the end of the semester here. So
I want to ask you something about that. Do you ever just like get in a bad mood and give people bad grades just because you can?
No, because if you were to do that, then there's going to be a lot of arguing, and that takes more of your time.
Okay, fair enough. But I've felt unjustly graded before. It's probably because I'm a smartass. So
yeah, see, that's why you have the rubric. You have the rubric, so then you can use that to say, no, see, you didn't fulfill points A, B, and C as it says here in the rubric. This is our contract.
Yeah,
you didn't fulfill it. Minus 20 points. No, I'm just kidding.
See, they've always got some kind of angle like that they can work on you.
Yep.
You've heard of the guy that was taking like some kind of final, and the professor told him that they could use anything they could carry in for the test. Well, this one kind of burly guy carried in a graduate student.
Nice.
And the professor let it pass. He said, "Okay, I said anything you could carry in, you got me."
Yeah. Very true. Oh man. And one more thing before we go, I think we should give a shout out to Steve's newest book that has been released.
Yeah. Tell about your new book.
Yeah, it's National Park Mysteries and Disappearances. I will put it on the screen here as we speak. Let it fade in there. This is Volume 1, The Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It was released last Thursday very quietly and went to number 1 later that day in the new release. And then by Friday, it was charting. It was number 1 in like camping and travel. And over the weekend, it went to number 1 in occult and unsolved mysteries. And I didn't know it, but they did the pre-release for the next volume at the same time, and it's been charting as well. Now those the charts, the things, they update hourly, and it moves around, it fluctuates, it goes up and down. But it was great to see it go that quickly. Strange Things in the Woods has been out about a year, and it stays in the top 10, or I think once it's slipped down into like the teens, so it's in the top 20. But just I'm happy with the success of it, and then this one starting that quick. But I've got a lot of fans out there that listen to me on Missing Persons and Mysteries, which is my main YouTube channel. And then I have 13 Past Midnight, or been doing ghost stories at midnight. This will be the 82nd night in a row that I've started those at midnight.
Wow.
And runs anywhere from usually 5 hours or so to 8, 9, 10 hours overnight. And then as soon as that's over, go over to KPNL Radio's YouTube channel and do the Daily Chill. So something to look forward to. Keeps me busy, keeps me off the streets. I'm a lifelong insomniac and got something to do. Might as well make the best of it. And I think about that sometimes. All the things I've done and places I've been, things I should be like over 100 years old. But since I don't sleep, seriously, I'll sleep maybe 2 or 3 hours out of any given 24. And sometimes not even that much. But I've been able to cram like 3 lifetimes of stuff into it because most people, what do they say? You spend a third of your life sleeping or something like that. So, not me.
Right.
Yeah.
But thanks for mentioning the book there. I didn't even think about it. But and then
Yeah.
I have a couple of live shows that I do also on missing persons and mysteries on Friday nights. We do Campfire Stories, where we have somebody join us. Heather's been on it. Anna was on it a long time ago. You were on one of the first episodes, I think. This past Friday, I had Dylan and Sabrina from Creepy Unsolved. They've got an excellent podcast and YouTube channel. They came on and talked about their stuff. And I don't know who I've got this week or if I've even got a guest. Sometimes I just go and I've done live call-ins or just talk about whatever. And then on Sundays, Gemma and I do Fireside Chat, where we just go in and talk about what's going on and interact with the chat and get ideas for future episodes as far as what people would like to see, either on the missing person side of stuff or the mysteries side, which we're pretty lenient with that. Anything paranormal, Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, anything with a woo-woo to it. But that's what I'm into.
That's cool. Is there, Lady Ann, anything new coming up with KPNL?
Well, Steve was amazing and put together another music show on Saturdays, which is electric swing, which
Electro swing
blew
set.
me. Yes, it blew me away. I was so just over the moon for that. And we have another one in the works that's supposed to be coming to Saturday mornings.
That's what the Parisian Cafe or something. We haven't really decided on a name for that one.
French Postcards.
French Postcards. Yeah, we did decide on a name, and I forgot about it. Now, French Postcards, that can have a totally different meaning. But it's not that meaning. It's music. I went ahead and dropped a link for the latest book there in Kindle and paperback in the chat. But Electro Swing Set, what that does, it takes swing music from the 1920s, like the flapper era stuff, but combines it with breakbeats from modern times. That's where the electro part comes in. But it's an amazing blend of music that's a century apart and then put together, and it just works. I don't know how to describe it any other way than that. It's not a real well-known genre, and it's certainly not for everybody, but it is interesting if you've never listened to it.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just blown away, and I thought that it was so perfect for KPNL as well, because
that's what you said. You're like, I want something that's kind of sounds old but kind of modern, and I'm like, I got you covered. I know a guy.
Yeah, and I just went ahead and dropped a link in the chat for KPNL.
Yep, go over there and subscribe. We're still also the KPNL YouTube channel. It's KPNL Radio.
Yes.
Go over there and subscribe too. We're still building our audience over there. I think last time I checked, we were 120 something subscribers, so still small enough to be hip, but we can always use more users. Be the first on your block to subscribe to KPNL and get into all the weird things. You can just ask Jose. Jose knows all about it. And if she's still here, KDA is a big fan of KPNL. She's in just about everything I do.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's all I have. So if you you ladies don't have anything else, we'll go ahead. Is that the KPNL YouTube channel?
It is.
We've got enough subscribers that I can claim the custom URL. I just haven't done that yet. I'll do that. I forgot. That was a good reminder there. And I think we just decided on what KPNL Radio is what it'll be once we
That's
climb
right.
it. YouTube.com/KPNL Radio. All right, folks.
Yep.
Well, I will see you later tonight on KPNL, or not on KPNL, on the website, the broadcast side of KPNL. We have Clyde Lewis at 9 o'clock from 9 to midnight. And then on also on
Dave Scott.
the broadcast side. Wait, who did I say?
You said Clyde Lewis.
Oh,
I would love
Space.
to have Clyde
Yeah,
Lewis on
I
KPNL
would too.
if you're listening, if you hear it.
I was reading the chat. Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott, who wishes he was Clyde Lewis. No, we like Dave. He's a friend of the station. He's the
Dave.
Canadian Clyde Lewis. He's the Canadian Art Bell. We'll give him that designation. Dave's a lot of fun. He has some interesting guests.
Yes, so please do tune in at 9.
9 to midnight, and that's on the broadcast side, kpnl-db.com, or on the app. We have an app you can download, listen to it on your phone, and you don't have to fool with YouTube. You know, that's the thing that I don't like about YouTube, is they want you to get the premium service, so you can like listen with your phone screen turned off. Otherwise, you got to keep your phone on. But with our app, you can listen anytime, all the time, and not be bothered, not be buggered to fall into YouTube's trap there. Not that I'm biting the hand that feeds or anything here. Just saying, it's not for everybody. But and then at midnight, Ghost Stories at midnight on 13 past midnight. That's a lot of midnights. But that's also simulcast on KPNL overnight. That starts at midnight Pacific and runs till at least 5 or 6 a.m., if not beyond. I had one the other day that ran up until like 10:30, 11 o'clock the next morning. So, and then what else we have on KPNL? What's our, I know we do the old time radio on Sunday.
Yes.
And what are some of the other, you handled the podcast side of that on the broadcast side. What are some of the other podcasts that we rebroadcast over there?
Yeah, let me,
I know we have Ron's Amazing Stories.
I've got it. Okay. We've got Dark Windows with the Kevins. We've got Cursed Cast. We have The Quest. We have All Cats Are Gray in the Dark, Spaced Out Radio, Mysterious Circumstances, Hex Files, Obscure Anomalies, Beyond the Tinfoil Hat, Into the Fray Radio, Monsteropolis, Arcane Radio, and yeah, Ron's Amazing Stories, and then all of our music. And
then don't forget, We Are Paradox Media with Tessa TNT.
Yeah.
That's
Sunday.
Was Saturday nights, and now she does Saturday and Sunday nights for us. And then that's live. That's simulcast live. The live shows we simulcast are Beyond the Tinfoil Hat. That's the Experiencer Support Association's show. And then we do Tessa TNT 2 nights a week, and then we do Dave 5 nights a week.
Yes, and on Saturdays we do have some special programming. We bring you the Talking Beards. It's a beard and mustache lifestyle podcast, and then we also have Horrifying History.
Awesome. Quite a lineup there.
Yes.
Okay, and then the rest of the time, there's always something played. It's music, have blues, roots, Americana, little something for a Ginger Wind. She is in Nashville cutting an album, so should get a sneak peek from her, since she is a very talented and amazing singer-songwriter that I discovered through some other stuff. And we actually, KPNL was the first anything on the West Coast to play her music, so we have a designation there, and she's still a very good friend of the channel.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Regardless of
All right, guys.
knowing me and being friends with me. But no, I've helped her promote some other things. She's got an EP that never came out because we hired a guy to do the album cover and never got the cover, or haven't yet, so that's kind of on hold. But that was okay because she's recording in Nashville. The EP was just going to be a special drop anyway, but I still think she'll put it out before the album drops. But we'll see. So shame on that guy in Spain that screwed us out of $50, if you're listening.
All right. Well, thank you, both of you. Thank you, everyone that was here. Thank you, everyone in the chat. This has been amazing.
Thank you, everyone that was not here. Be here next time.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
We'll just thank
Exactly.
everybody.
Thank
No,
you
I look
all.
forward to the next full moon. And what was the date on that again? For the
It is May 26th.
And that was the flower moon.
That's the flower moon with a W, not a U, despite our joking at the beginning.
Bring your flower crowns
Yes.
and yeah.
All right, that sounds like fun. All right, well, have a good evening, everybody. Said I'll see you later. Thanks to Lady Ann and Heather for letting me come on and join them and make a mockery of their show. But we had a good time. Hopefully you were entertained by one thing or the other. If not, that's okay. We'll try and do better next time. Hit the like button on your way out. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next full moon. We are out of here.